Bonjour mes amis, hi guys. By now, most of you will be well aware of the brand Atelier Wen, thanks to the success of their previous model, the Perception. And today, July the 29th, 2025, for 7 days, they open the books to allocate their brand new watch, the Ancestra. In Chinese, it will be called Jiāo 38 millimeter dress watch, and they have really stepped up the game for this one. It is inspired by Chinese mythology. As you might know, Atelier Wen is founded by two Frenchmen who have studied in China and want to promote the mythology, the legends, the stories, and the craftsmanship of the country. This ancestra is inspired by the Hongshan Jade Dragon, mankind's first recorded depiction of a dragon. So it has a deep cultural significance for the country. It features a hand hammered dial with multiple layers of grand feu enamel, and on the dial as well, alternating calligraphed and baguette cut diamond hour markers, while the case itself is inspired by the theme of the watch, that the jade artifact. And inside the engine is an all new, heavily customized, high performance movement by the French manufacturer Pekinier. So there is the bridge between the nationality of the founders of the brand and their love for China. Indeed. Let's talk a bit more about the dial, which is crafted in the workshop of Kong Ling Jun, one of the foremost houses making enamel dials. So it is executed in a fumée effect, a sort of a sunburst effect, going from a pale silver at the center to a deep cobalt color at the circumference. The dial is hand hammered, so as it says, right, a little hammer to do those little divots in the silver dial base, 925 silver. So it takes a lot of knowledge of the technique to have a consistent depth and an even distribution of the individual depressions in the dial. So if you select a very fine hammer texture, it will add more complexity and more time to produce those dials. Now the color, the finishing is grand feu enamel. So enamel layers, they begin actually as a raw mix of different minerals, which are melted at a high temperature, then cooled rapidly to become like glass-like fragments, then grounded by hand into a fine powder, which mixed with the water is evenly applied, carefully applied on the surface, and then fired up 5 to 6 times at temperatures around 800 degrees Celsius to get the desired effect, which is gorgeous. On this prototype, yes, you might see a couple of imperfections. Don't worry, the run will be, I'm sure, will be high quality. So there's a high failure rate, of course, because it's all difficult processes. Of about 50% of the dials are rejected, and the result is is a beautiful texture reminiscent of a deep sea, if you will, and it comes back to the theme of the watch, the sea being the traditional dwelling place of the dragon kings in Chinese mythology. Now, the case, which I find really beautiful, high quality, and I've seen many cases of more expensive watches made in China that just didn't measure up to the quality of the movement or the dial. And here, I really love this case. I love the proportions and the fine textures of it. It is actually inspired by the legend, by the shapes that you found on that dragon jade artifact. And the screws are, and the lugs are screwed actually externally, And the bolt feature a traditional Chinese motif, which is very nice, and you see it also around the dial and on the crown and at the back as well on the rotor. The case is 38 millimeters in a 904L stainless steel, and you have a rich contrast between the brushed and the polished surface as a result of the construction of those lugs. And you will also notice that the bezel is slightly concave, which is really nice as well, and helps the watch look very small on the wrist. Now the movement. Here, the brand again steps up the game with the French-made movement by Pekinier caliber EPM03, heavily customized for Atelier Wen, 65 hours of power reserve, automatic of course, 21 joules, and chronometer grade accuracy, -4 plus 6 seconds per day with an average of -+2. So you're comfortably within the chronometric references. It has a patented tooth profile within the winding assembly and a bidirectional pole-based peloton winding system for greater efficiency in the energy transmission. The movement aesthetics customized for the brand. You see a deeply etched, micro-etched main bridge featuring all those Chinese words. It's actually from a poem called Questions to Heaven. So, yeah, very poetic, very inspiring type of watch. The three-quarter bridge is finished to a high degree and is complemented by a black polished ratchet return wheel and balance bridge that contrast starkly with the text that surround them, and the rotor is in tungsten and has been skeletonized, so you can really enjoy most of the movement. And the rotor is plated with a thin layer of a 5N rose gold. Wow, you get a lot for your money. We're going to talk money in a second. First, let's go back to the dial, because the handset is very voluptuous, I would say, plated in rhodium with a leaf shape and a frosted at the center. So it's very nice attention again to provide you more detail, more things to captivate the eyes and the attention. The dial is further enhanced by calligraphed hour markers by Hong Kong's own Ilan Wang. If you don't want those, you can opt for Western Arabic, but I don't imagine you would, given the inspiration, of course, for this watch. The sapphire crystal is double domed and has 5 layers of AR coating, so you get more of the beauty of the watch. The strap as well is high quality, hand-stitched, full-grain leather with an Epsom upper layer and a zermatt lining of alpine calfskin from the tanneries Haas. So again, high quality, and the buckle is beautiful, meticulously finished. It's in steel with hand-applied mirror-polished bevels and fine brushing, as well as traditional lacquer seal on its interior. So, as I said, this watch will be offered for a 7-day order window from the 29th of July, and the price is $5,850 US, excluding any possible tax depending on where you live. I think the price is, given everything that I have described, all the work on these, I think that the price is justified. The delivery is scheduled for the second quarter of 2026. A couple more details. The strap is 20 millimeters of width, and the water resistance is 100 meters. So you can really daily use this watch. The crown is screwed down actually, so it enhances the water resistance. And you will have noticed that there is no running seconds, and that our markers are actually diamond cut. very handsome details, very thoughtful. So there you go. You know everything you need to know to make your decision. If you love handcraft, the mythology from China, I think this is one of the nicest things I've seen. I've seen many very nice watches from China, great movements from. Good watchmakers, but often something let me down in the finishing, in maybe the dial quality, and often the case details and quality and feel. And here, I think everything comes together in a very thoughtful design and yeah, really looking forward to see the final version. Once again, this is a prototype, so you might have noticed that a couple of the indices were not exactly lining straight towards the center. I have given my feedback to the brand, so they will be very careful when assembling, of course, this watch. And I'm very impressed by the movement, by the Pekinier, the quality, the beauty, the finishing of it, and of course the performance. So there you go. Maybe give the brand a like because they're really pushing the further to provide you with a better watch at still a very reasonable price point. I'm sure it will be a point of discussion. 5,850 US dollar. It's getting a bit serious money, but you're getting something that's quite unique. I haven't seen anything like this at this level, and even the Chinese themselves don't serve themselves as well. So sometimes it takes maybe an exterior point of view to bring it all together for a great result. And there you go. You know everything you know to make your choice. So don't waste too much time because they cannot make millions of these watches. It is quite exclusive. So I wish all the best to the brand Atelier Wen, to Robin, or I should say Robin, being French, and his partner Wilfried. And you guys let them know in any language you want, English, French, or Chinese, in the comments what you think about the watch, and maybe what evolution you would like to see, maybe colors on the dial. I'm not sure if they will propose other ones. I quite like these colors. I thought the watch was really beautiful. There you go. You have all information to make your decision. Give the brand a like. Bye bye, guys.